Here we go! Welcome back to the Nintendo Power Zone, guys. It's your boy NyceOne, and we are back with an unexpected unboxing video. And the reason I say unexpected was because I really can't believe that Wicked Cool Toys did a second series of Pokemon Quest figures. If you guys follow the channel, at the end of the year last year we did an unboxing video of the Wave 1 series of these Pokemon. So that included Pikachu, Snorlax, Gengar, Eevee, and the GameStop exclusive Marowak. And I absolutely adored those figures. I thought Wicked Cool Toys did an amazing job. But the reason I'm really surprised is I didn't think these figures sold well enough to warrant a second series. Now, let me be the first to say I'm 100% happy that we are getting a second series. I just didn't think we would be getting it. So Series 2 has 4 figures. We have Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander, and Magikarp. Now, I love the fact that we're getting the Gen 1 starters, just because who doesn't love them? But I also think it's pretty dope that the extra one is Magikarp. Really unexpected, but I'm glad it's here, and I cannot wait to unbox it. And guys, I said it in the last video, and I'm going to say it again. I really dig this art style for Pokemon, and I remember when this game came out, I said to myself, I really wish somebody would make these into toys. Wicked Cool Toys heard my cry, and they gave it to us. And again, I've been nothing but impressed with these figures. But anyway, guys, enough dilly-dallying. I'm rambling. Let's go ahead and take a look at these boxes. Alright guys, so as you can see, not a lot has changed between Series 1 and Series 2 as far as the packaging is concerned. The only major differences are which wave it is on the back of the box and which Pokemon is represented on the front of the box, and obviously we know that's based on which Pokemon you purchased. I should note that these are retailing at $14.99. I found these at Target. I went to 2 separate Targets. I found Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander at one, and I found the Magikarp at another because once I found the first 3, I had to find the 4th. So, glad to have the full set of Series 2. Now, I don't know if there's going to be another GameStop exclusive. I certainly hope not, because I don't want to be buying multiple sets of these just to get one exclusive figure. Aside from that, I went to the Wicked Cool Toys website, and I couldn't find any information about Series 2 for the Pokemon Quest figures, so I don't have any information as to whether or not there is going to be an exclusive figure based on a specific retailer. It is what it is. Wicked Cool Toys hasn't done a really great job of promoting the fact that they are the master toy license of Pokemon. Alright guys, it's time to go ahead and get these figures outside of the box, and we're going to go ahead and start with Bulbasaur because Bulbasaur is my all-time favorite starter, and I love what they've done here. There's just so much great sculpt work going on here. Again, the face is entirely sculpted. It's not purely paint app, which I thought would be the case when we were reviewing Wave 1, but Wicked Cool Toys has to get props for just doing a good job in the sculpt work. This series of figures has been some of the best translations from pixel to plastic I have ever seen. They have just done a fantastic job, and this Bulbasaur is yet again another highlight for me. Wicked Cool Toys, I don't want you to make any other toys but this. Stick strictly to the Pokemon Quest series, please. So I'm going to do something a little bit different this video. I want to show you guys what the Pokemon Quest series looks like standing next to the Funko Pop Pokemon. So we have the Pokemon Quest Bulbasaur standing next to the Funko Pop Bulbasaur, and as you can see, they're similar in height, but they're completely different when it comes to their sculpts, and obviously they should be because the Pokemon Quest figure is very representative of what you see in game. Like I said earlier, it's the perfect representation from pixel to plastic that I've ever seen for a Pokemon toy, and that's very specifically because this is an easy art style for Wicked Cool Toys to replicate, whereas the Funko Pop Bulbasaur is an interpretation of Bulbasaur as a Funko Pop. Alright guys, so next up we have Squirtle, and Squirtle, as you can see, looks a little bit derpy, but this is very representative of how he looks in game. It's just kind of funny to see it here in 3D. I do want to point out how much I really love the paint application on this figure. They've done such a fantastic job. This is the right kind of blue. Totally enjoying the way they painted that. Again, all the facial features are sculpted and then painted on separately. I'm impressed with the sculpt work that they did on these figures, because it would have been easy for them to not sculpt any of these features. So I gotta give Wicked Toys props for doing, the sculpt work. Something else I'm really impressed with is just the detail of the shell. This looks really cool, and typically you see the Pokemon from slightly over the top, so you don't get a really good look at these angles. So just really impressed with what Wicked Cool Toys was able to do. Now moving on to the Funko Pop Squirtle comparison, you can see that there's a huge size discrepancy between these two things. Again, the Wicked Cool Toys figure very representative of what you see in game, and the Funko Pop just an artist's interpretation of what Pokemon would look like as Funko Pops. Next up we have Charmander, and take a look at the face of this. This is just so funny looking to me. Absolutely love this, and the pose is great. The way they sculpted this, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if you told me that the Pokemon Company sent the 3D models of the characters to Wicked Cool Toys to go ahead and make these figures. I would totally believe that. So this is my favorite part of the Charmander. They did a really good job of sculpting the tail, and this is just all sculpt work, which is super impressive. The problem is that the paint application here didn't work out so great. So as cool as it is, they didn't completely 100% nail it. The paint app is a little bit off. And again, comparing it to the Funko Pop Charmander, very different looking sculpts between these two. If I'm being honest, the character model from Pokemon Quest barely resembles a Charmander. But on the flip side, when you look at the Funko Pop Charmander, it's on point. I mean, the head is a little big, but you see it and you totally get Charmander vibes. Alright guys, last but not least, we have the Magikarp. Now this is my second favorite in the bunch, just because of the fact that it's a Magikarp, and the way you display this one is absolutely brilliant. So this is the only figure in this set to come with a stand, and that's because you're supposed to stand this one very specifically. So once you place Magikarp on the stand, this is just comedy gold for me. He's laying flat on his side like he's about to just do nothing but splash. This is really smart design from Wicked Cool Toys, and I like the fact that you can kind of stand it on either side, but it doesn't matter because either way what you're gonna be left with is a flopping Magikarp. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and compare Wave 1 to Wave 2 and take a look. These are just so much fun. I love these designs. I love Pokemon Quest as a game, and I know it's just a silly little Pokemon mobile game that has no bearing to the main series, but I fell in love with the art style of this mobile game, and I really enjoy the gameplay as well. I kind of like building the team and giving them strengths, and I love the fact that somebody decided to make those character models into, displayable vinyl figures. Love that. These are so much fun in my opinion. And one thing that I just really love about them is the fact that they completely stand out from among my other Pokemon figures. I have a crap ton of Pokemon products, but these by far the most unique, and that's just because of the style that's represented in the game has been so accurately portrayed here as a vinyl toy. Alright, it is score time, my favorite time. Why? Because I get to tell you whether or not something is actually worth your hard-earned money. So these are retailing at $14.99 each, so they're roughly about the cost of a Funko Pop. So if you're budgeting for Funko Pops already, these should fit right into your budget. So what we normally do is we review each figure individually, but we're not going to do that. We're going to review this series as a whole because I just think it's easier this way. So starting with their appearance, these are 100% representative of how these characters look in Pokemon Quest. Pokemon Quest has that very Minecrafty art style, and I think it works really well for Pokemon. It puts them in a different light, one that we haven't seen them in before, and I adore that art style. And I think what Wicked Cool Toys was able to do here was to completely capture the essence of what we see in game and bring it into plastic. The perfect translation from pixel to plastic, as I like to say, when it comes to really well done, products. Now, moving into their build quality, these actually feel pretty good. They're a little bit higher quality than your average Funko Pop. They got a little bit of heft to them. And all in all, they just feel really good, and I love that. Wicked Cool Toys hasn't impressed me with their Pokemon line, but with their Pokemon Quest line, they've gone above and beyond. So guys, for the final score, I'm going to go ahead and give these a 9.5 out of 10. Wicked Cool Toys has just done a really good job, and I really appreciate it. I love this series, and I hope they continue with a Series 3 and beyond. These definitely get our Nintendo Power Zone seal of quality because they definitely deserve it. But guys, it's time for me to go ahead and get out of your hair, but before I let you go, I gotta hit you up with the social media links. You can hit me up on Twitter at NyceOne983, and you can email me at NyceOne983@gmail.com. You can hit me up on Facebook, facebook.com/NintendoPowerZone. If you're a fan of the Nintendo Power Zone podcast, you can download new episodes on iTunes, Google Play Music, stream new episodes on Spotify and Stitcher Radio. But if you want to watch the live version of the show, you gotta check us out right here on YouTube, youtube.com/NintendoPowerZone. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to stay fresh. Deuces.